Move to a TriColor tassel pendant from $89 all the way down to $79.90. And you want to talk about transforming. Now we have our #1 best-selling glitter rope coming up. This would be beautiful on that.
Yeah, actually, could we have a rope so that we can put it on?
Look at this. Look how pretty that is. You could wear this on.
Oh, here, I have one.
You can wear this on a little pendant chain, and you're getting the ropes, so you get the design of the rope, but you're getting these 3-dimensional hearts, and you get one in rose, one in yellow, one in white, $26.65 on your charge card. And I was just telling Anthony back in the green room that I chose one of his pendants we're having a Mother's Day jewelry host pick coming up in April. And I was telling Anthony that I'd chosen one of his tassel pendants, very similar to this, because you know what? A lot of us have Anthony's ropes. I've worked here 19 years. I have lots of his ropes. And when you put a pendant like this, a tassel pendant on it, it transforms that rope into a necklace. It makes it look like a necklace instead of just a chain. So this is something, if you do have your classic rope at home, or you do have your classic just even, even your little pendant chain, you put this on it and it really changes the way it looks. Here's the only problem. We have 70 people who can get this, so not a lot of these, but this has such a great design to it, and we know tassels are so popular, whether you're looking at handbags or looking at shoes, or you're looking, even like you see little tassels sometimes on sweaters and on clothing. This is your tassel now in gold on your neckline, and look at how pretty this is on Mackenzie, because the length of it, Anthony, 2.5 inches in the length.
Well, what about the hearts? Look at the size of the hearts and the way that so three-dimensional. And I love the fact that it's white, yellow, and rose.
Yeah.
Big look.
Yeah.
Big look, and they'll transform just about any piece that you have into just a beautiful necklace.
There's no question. And it's not easy to do the TriColor, is it?
No, well, when you do TriColor, the difficulty there is that each color, you have to have a supply of that gold. So you're ending up with 3 times the material to make the pieces. So it does take a lot more to do. It's more costly for us as the manufacturer, but just amazing.
It really is. And then the movement that you get from this, because they're just like, the length of them is just perfect, one after the other after the other. So you've got that movement within the within the yellow gold, the rose gold, and the white gold. And they're all, as we said, 3-dimensional. And so you've got something that really creates an awesome look. 50 people could do it. Every single time. It's funny because in general, you don't necessarily you think more about the ropes and more about the earrings and things, but pendants, they make such a difference in our jewelry collection, Anthony.
Well, actually, what I like about slides like this is that you can take and you can put this on a chain, and all of a sudden, an ordinary chain becomes a beautiful slide. Which is pretty amazing.
We'll let you know when that is gone, because at this point we have about 24 people who can get it, so it will be gone.